Now, for a special focus on NDTV, recently popular actor Hina Khan took to social media where she shared the news that she's been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. The 36-year-old actor shared a note requesting for privacy and shared with her fans that she's already started her treatment. She wrote, "I want to share some important news with everyone who loves me and cares for me. I have been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. Despite this challenging diagnosis, I want to reassure everyone that I'm doing well. I'm strong, determined and fully committed to overcoming this disease. My treatment has begun and I'm ready to do everything necessary to emerge stronger." Now, of course, we wish Hina Khan all the best and hope she gets through this difficult time speedily and she recovers soon. But it's good to have the actor being so candid about, her diagnosis and struggle and the treatment that she's getting, because that gives us also a chance to talk about this very important health issue that affects so many women across the country. There needs to be more awareness and women need to know more about breast cancer and how timely intervention can ensure a safe recovery. Well, to talk more about this, we're now joined by Dr. Hrishikesh Pai, a gynecologist, Lilavati Hospital, Mumbai, Dr. Neeti Raizada, a Senior Director, Medical Oncology and Hemato-Oncology, Fortis Group of Hospitals, Bengaluru, Jenas Kohli, Max breast cancer survivor, and Achal Sharma, Cancel Prosthetic founder, Can Heal Online. Thank you so much all, for being with us today and to talk about this very important issue. And Dr. Hrishikesh Pai, first to you, to have somebody who's so well known like Hina Khan to come out and candidly talk about firstly her cancer diagnosis and then her cancer treatment. It's something that needs to be done more and more so people are made more aware about this disease and also how to, deal with it.
Yeah, I agree. It's creditable on her part to come and, talk about it because, breast cancer is a big problem in our country. It's one of the topmost cancers which we have faced, of course, with other cancers like cervical. I have been the president of the Federation of Gynec Society of India. And even in my campaign last year, I had already focused on combined comprehensive care of cancer. So this is a big issue and needs to be really publicized because the most important factor of treating cancers is preventing the cancer or early diagnosis of the cancer, because that can cause nearly 95% plus survival rate. So I feel that this is a very important.
Absolutely. And Dr. Neeti Raizada, if you can also, talk about this, about how one needs to go for these timely checkups, at what age women should go, and also, self-checks can also be done. This is one of those cancers that if it's caught in time, it's caught early, it's easier to deal with it.
Absolutely. Actually, they're proud of Hina to come up and say that it's not a stigma. Talk about it, so that you are aware, you are aware at the right time and at the right stage. So what are the recommendations? In your 20s, do a self-breast examination. In your 30s, visit a clinician to get 6-monthly clinical breast examination. And whenever asked for, we may ask for an ultrasound. From your 40s, we ask for mammography, which is an X-ray of the breast done 1 to 2 years, sometimes in association with an ultrasound. In a very rare case, if someone has a very strong family history, an MRI is also recommended. But what we need to understand is, in our country, we have a younger presentation between 35 and 50 years. That's the most common age group of getting breast cancer. So this age group needs to be especially vigilant and visit a doctor regularly.
All right, so very important from your 20s to at least start that checking, and from 30s start going to the doctors. Jenas Kohli, thank you so much for joining us, and if you can share your story with us, because I think more stories need to be shared. There also needs to be a community around the person who's dealing with the cancer. It just makes it all easier. It's better to talk about it and have a support group, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. So, last year I was diagnosed with stage 2 cancer and it had spread to the lymph nodes. I would say it was still an early detection, but after the treatment is over, I have started to live a life of normalcy immediately after the treatment. So I now have started to practice yoga to strengthen the core. So I know from my experience that the last year was moving at a snail's pace because I was just waiting for the treatment to get over. If you have cancer, the only option you are left with is to fight. Never surrender to despair. For other women who may find themselves facing a similar situation as they navigate, a cancer diagnosis, I would say never underestimate yourself, embrace the journey. Your willpower and your positivity is going to bring you out of this. So, when I was diagnosed, it was a new thing to me. I had no history, nothing at all. But yeah, with the help of the doctors and everything, this, also had passed. So, you have that opportunity of living the life once again.
No, absolutely. And, we hope you a long and healthy life. Aanchal Sharma, if you can also share your story and also tell us about Can Heal Online. It's a one-stop shop for all cancer warriors. Tell us a bit about that.
Thank you so much, Gagi, first of all, for taking out this topic, because it's very important we talk more about cancer awareness, and, because this is more of a stigma more than is a disease, right? So in my case, I was diagnosed in 2017 with advanced stage breast cancer. And for me, my journey became a little more difficult because I couldn't share this news with my family for good 22 days. And because I was celebrating my birthday, and at the same time I was, preparing for my brother's wedding. So it's become so difficult that the morning, every morning I was visiting hospital, going for a scan, PET scan, biopsy, and lots of other things. And by the evening, I reach out home, and every time I dress up like a doll and participating in haldi, in sangeet, in other ceremonies. So in my case, what helped me the most is acceptance, like Hina Khan does. So when you accept that you diagnose with something, it's okay. Now you have to take care of the solution. You have to take care of the treatment, which is very important. So in my case also, when initially it was difficult, I was completely, blank out, like this can't happen with me. तो मेरे भी माइंड में वो सवाल आया था कि यार मेरे साथ ये नहीं हो सकता है. बट देयर इज नो एज फॉर कैंसर नाउ डेज. देयर इज नो मी एनीमोर. अभी ये किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है. एंड मेरे केस में ये था कि व्हेन आई एक्सेप्ट दिस, माय ट्रीटमेंट एंड माय जर्नी बिकम लिटिल मोर इजियर, like Hina Khan does. I am very, very proud of her that she come forward and address this, because I know I spoke to one of the doctor when I started a Can Heal. So I was like, I want to create a community where 20 or 30-year-old women come forward if they are not even married, and they proudly share their journey. I believe their cancer diagnoses are the biggest battle they fight during their life, right? Then why we hesitate? Why we hide ourselves from society? And what society will do if they get to know that we diagnosed with cancer? So I am fighting against that taboo and wear Can Heal Born. And under Can Heal, we are providing a special kind of a clothes for cancer community to feel little more comfortable and gorgeous at that tough time also. We provide prosthetics, we provide special lingeries, special clothes, counseling, and we conduct every month one workshop where all the warriors and survivors come and participate. They dance, they share stories, and nobody is judging them there. That's the
No,
purpose.
and absolutely, and no reason for anyone to be judged at all. You're absolutely right, and we need more people to come forward and speak about it, as more and more celebrities have been doing of late. So that is a very welcome change. Dr. Pai, what has your experience been with women? Because also in families, Indian women specifically, they look first take care of their husband, take care of their children, and then their own health comes last. And we've often seen that women tend to ignore it, saying I'll get over it, and they'll be caught up in whatever their domestic issues, etc. Is this if you can just talk about this problem that we have?
I feel totally, that we need to take care of our women. They always sacrifice for the rest of the family, and that's not correct. And I feel we must have a comprehensive program. Means it's not just breast cancer screening, but we must talk about anemia, the thyroid, the blood pressure, the glucose, the cervical cancer, and the breast cancer, and maybe a occasional stool examination for occult blood. And what in my experience, I've had 35 years of experience, our country is totally curative, they don't have any prevention bone in their body. We have to, so the only way is to go to the community and pull them out, because remember, we also have 1.3 billion people who are in the community. They never come till they are at the, when they are severely sick. What we need is to change from a curative culture to a preventive culture. This is very important, and that has to start from 30 30 years onwards. The pap smear, the breast examinations, then at 40, the mammography, and also the other things like anemia, sugar, blood pressure. It should be a comprehensive moment of health in our country. And
Right.
that will give us rich dividends, because healthcare poverty is a big issue in our country. So of course our Prime Minister has now done Ayushman Bharat and all these things are there, and they are fantastic, but more needs to be done.
Absolutely. Get medical insurance. If you're a young person watching, then do ensure your mother goes, for a checkup, for an examination. Dr. Raizada, what would you like to, add here to this? And also when we talk about risks, I find this whole discussion, very difficult, because at some point there are people who have led a very, simple life, yet they get breast cancer, so it's really, and we hear all about urban issues and pollution, etc., how that's also causing more cancer, lifestyle issues as well. But really it's a host of reasons that lead to anyone developing any sort of cancer, and one should just deal with it and not worry that what did I do, what led to this, isn't it?
Absolutely. So what we have to understand is about 10% could be genetic or familial, yes, or heritable, but 90% of at least cancers are lifestyle disease. Lifestyle includes everything, whether it's an undue hormone exposure, it could be smoking and tobacco, smoking tobacco, alcohol, which we already know about. And then of course, stress levels are higher. We have environmental pollution, not just that, we have indoor pollution, and all this, everything comes, we have more westernized lifestyle, which has increased the rate of breast cancer and colon cancer. We are evolving, we are leaving our past behind, and that has increased a lot of cancer in our country. But the good part in all of this is awareness is also increasing, and that adds to early diagnosis. What we saw a couple of decades back has changed a lot. We see early breast cancer now, we see early colon cancer, we see other cancers which are picked up early because of increasing awareness. So all of us have a social responsibility as well. We need to understand that educating can change the landscape in a remarkable way. We used to talk about cardiothoracic ailments, but now all of us need to focus a lot on oncology and cancer. And of course, as Sir said, hematology and even blood disorders. These are the two things we definitely, all of us, need to educate ourselves so that we can come at the right time.
Right. Jenas, if you can tell us about your friends after, how have they been around you, and do all of them ensure they get regular checkups? What were the kind of conversations that you've all had?
Gargi, I think, when I was also diagnosed, I did not break this news in the office because I never wanted everyone to come and sympathize and think that I'm not able to work now because I will be busy with the treatment or maybe undergoing so much of it. So they don't, I never wanted that sympathy from my colleagues, even in the neighborhood. But because of the chemo, you get so many changes that your hair start to fall down, and everything happens. So everybody gets to know. But, as rightly said, it is not a stigma. You should talk about it, say that you are fighting, and you will, come a long way and come out stronger. But yes, from that time onwards, I think, prevention is better than cure, and early diagnosis, regular checkups, etc., very, very important. Along with that, health insurance is also very, very important because it gives you a financial stability and,
available. The NGS is available, and India is one country where technology spreads like wildfire. So we have the 1 and 2 gene screening, and there is additional screening as well. So anyone with a family history or of cancer, mother, sister, cousin, can do the screening. It's not very costly, and as more and more labs are coming in, it's becoming cheaper and cheaper. And about 10% of them who have that grossly positive gene, we can do preventive mastectomy and oophorectomy if you want to do it. Or you can have a rigorous screening process to pick up the cancer as soon as it is possible. So high risk. But my contention is that everyone So in our country, the incidence of breast cancer in younger women is becoming higher as compared to the West. So because of contamination, chemical, maybe we are genetically predisposed. I have no idea, but because of that, everyone has to. The most important thing every person should do is a self breast examination every day in the morning. After bath, they stand in front of the mirror and do the self breast examination. And if you find anything wrong, any discharge, abnormal contours of the breast, lump, pain, immediately must go to the doctor. This is very important. You must pay attention to your own body every day.
All right, Dr. Raizada, your comments on this, is that something you'd advise young women who have family history of breast cancer to do?
Gargi, there's actually a very, very important aspect to discuss, because now we have a lot of studies centered around it and also newer drugs which are centered around it. So if you have a family history of cancer basically means that if your first degree relatives have any form of cancer, it could be your parents, it could be your brother, sister, or your kids. If they have not just breast cancer, if they have ovarian cancer, prostate cancer, pancreas cancer, visit an oncologist, discuss your history. What they will do is they will just ask for a blood test. They will discuss the pros and cons of doing this test. What are the advantages? And normally not just a BRCA gene, but we'll do a multi-gene panel in which we do important gene testing. And if it is positive, then you may have a higher risk. Then you have a high risk screening. You may require a different set of investigations. And those patients can undergo risk reduction procedures. Now, this risk reduction procedures, one of them, as you mentioned, is double mastectomy or a salpingo-oophorectomy, when you remove the tubes and the ovary. But there are other risk reduction methods as well. It could be certain tablets which you take, or you do regular monitoring.
All right.
And just addition that you must do egg freezing. Remember, now we do egg freezing for young women with cancer and all. Before going for treatment, must do the fertility preservation so that you can have a good life and a good.
So if you choose to later in life, have children, and that's something that's not a shut door for you. Aanchal Sharma, I'm out of time now, but last word to you. What would you like to say to viewers who may be watching right now?
See, first thing, as I already said, we need to accept when someone diagnosed with the cancer, you have to accept that you have been diagnosed. Now focus on treatment. And first thing most of the cancer patient do is visit to survivors only. They don't go and visit the doctors or hospitals and try to find out for a alternative solution, and they don't realize while they are doing this they are actually losing time. So my only message is for everyone, please look for alternative and advice later on. First you need to start focus on your treatment. That is very important for everyone.
Right, that's a very important point to put out there, because yes, time is everything and you can't waste any time once you're diagnosed. Thank you so much all for joining us, Dr. Pai, Dr. Raizada, and of course Jinas and Aanchal Sharma for joining us on the program and speaking so frankly about this entire issue. This after actor Hina Khan shared that she's been diagnosed with breast cancer, and she asked all her fans and family and friends to wish her well and that she will emerge stronger. And it's really an important issue for everyone to keep talking about and create awareness about. Thanks so much for watching. We'll slip into a short break.